9.2% of people in Ogle County live below the poverty line, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. That's nearly 5,000 people. To raise awareness, the Ogle County Health Department and University of Illinois Extension will be hosting a series of poverty simulations. WIFR reporter Rhea Walters talks to organizers about how this helps participants learn about the challenges of living with limited resources.
Poverty does not discriminate, and that is something that we need to remember.
The University of Illinois Extension hosts poverty simulations to help people understand what other community members go through every day.
We don't have a real sense of how stressful day-to-day life can be when you're living on limited resources.
During each session, participants are given 15 minutes to complete certain everyday tasks for their families with limited resources. They do that 4 times with different tasks each time. Then the group discusses their experiences.
It is mind-blowing. I have participated on both sides as a volunteer and as a participant. Today I was a community service member. It really makes you think about what is wrong with the system and say that, yeah, our system is broken and we do need to make adjustments.
Ahil Khan works at OSF Healthcare in Dixon. He said it made him realize how he takes things for granted.
You had limited transportation passes, so you had to get to the bank to get money and then use a transportation pass there and then find out a way to make that money stretch for the things you needed to do in that week. And so it was stressful to plan.
Khan says it's unbelievable this is real life and what people deal with every day.
Seeing and interacting, how they were interacting with the different agencies, and then how you had to go and necessarily sometimes wait in line and adapt to that, that was the fun part. And that's really life. Everyone comes from different walks of life. So helping balance the needs.
In Oregon, Rhea Walters, WIFR News.
The Ogle County Health Department is paying for the simulations with a $500,000 grant from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Other simulations will be hosted in Carroll County on April 25th and Whiteside County in September.